Yo, YouTube, what's crackalacka Jack Smack, and it's Waffle Man with a video. And when you get down to the bolts and nuts of the 2K franchise, you wonder why this franchise doesn't take leaps and huge gains in the following sequel. You wonder why it doesn't really get that much better, and why people complain every year and people comment about the problems that 2K has. And if you really think about it and you think about the 2K franchise, NBA 2K is a definition of recycling, and then a definition of recycled material. I mean, when you think about it, every single year modes get added and features get removed, so it's like you're not really doing anything. They're just going in a circular path, which is why recycling has a circle or a triangle symbol, because they keep going round and round. The recycling truck picks up the recycle, take it to the whatever distribution center they're at, recycle the material and bring it back to the store, and then you get it back again, and then you're gonna recycle it again. And that's what 2K is doing, and there's proof of this, man. I mean, how to get away with murder, how to get away with treason, how to get away with scandal, how to get away with manipulating marketing and all this advertising tactics to trick the consumer into believing that these new 2K games are actually getting new features and new add-ons. And there's facts, there's evidence, proof, digital proof. When you go to court, they always ask if you got the proof, if there's any evidence to be found guilty. 2K is guilty, and I'ma set y'all niggas straight. You know this, and I know this. 2K is straight up flat guilty. So beginning at the top, we're talking about the Dream Team USA being added. If you pre-order 2K17, it's gonna be added back in 2K17. Now, the last time the Dream Team was in 2K was, I believe, NBA 2K12. So basically the last time the Olympics was in session. Now, why is that, man? I mean, the Dream Team is a basic team. I understand Charles Barkley has his issues with getting a contract with 2K, not being in the game and stuff like that, but you can still put the Dream Team in there. I mean, we got teams in the game missing players and having created players like that. So why isn't the Dream Team in 2K every year? I mean, the Dream Team, let's be real, that's an historic team. That was the first team to be in the Olympics and have a best team at that level competing for a USA gold medal. I mean, that team was amazing. So why isn't that team every year? Why is the Dream Team being added 4 years later when it was already added back in 2K12? So why are we just getting this team now? I understand, I guess this is the Olympics, but does that mean the Dream Team's not going to be there next year? Does that mean we're not going to get the Dream Team again for another 4 more years? I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, for me, I'm about to be out of college by that time. Niggas is about to be out of elementary school, out of high school. It's gonna take a whole graduation period to get the Dream Team back in 2K. Damn, I mean, if that's what you're waiting for when you graduate, I mean, that's gonna be something. But the next thing I'm gonna talk about, so let's talk about NBA 2K Blacktop, the mode that, you know, some people like to play. From 2K11, it had 1 vs 1s, 2 vs 2s, 3 vs 3s, and 4 vs 4s, and 5 vs 5, all that stuff. In 2K12, they only had a 5v5. Why would they just remove 4 other, matchup possibilities for one game mode? What is the point? Like, what is, you know, people love to do 1 vs 1s, even 3 vs 3s. So why even only put the Blacktop at 5 vs 5? That makes no absolute sense. No sense at all. Now let's talk about another mode, and this is going to be really telling that 2K recycles material. NBA Seasons mode was a mode that was in 2K, 2K11, 2K12, 2K13. But, you know, NBA Seasons is now called NBA My League. That's what that mode is called right now. So My League was already in the game before. Sure, you could make custom teams now. You could expand the roster in 2K, expand the teams league in 2K17. Okay, they added some features to that. You could even do team relocation. Those are some new features, but the mode itself was already in the game called NBA Seasons. All they did was a name change. That's all they did. They just changed the name. And the same thing happened with the NBA Online Association, which is, the association is basically MyGM, but they changed the Online Association to My League Online. And the NBA Online Association took steps back completely, and they just came back with the mode, and it's still not even fully restored. NBA Online Association was a fully online, it was just the association but online. You could play with your friends, you could draft, all that good stuff, and it was so much fun back in 2K12, back in 2K13, even in 2K14, in the current in the PS3 and Xbox 360 was there. But once you got to 2K14, PS4, Xbox One, there was no sense, there was no place for online association. It wasn't even in the game. They had like a cheap off knockoff version of the mode, which was terrible. Even 2K15 didn't have it. It took until NBA 2K16 to finally get it on the PS4 and Xbox One, and they're calling it My League Online, and it's not even fully restored because there's still no off season. So you still don't got any draft. There's no free agency because this, you know, you can only do basically one season and you can start the season all over again, but you're not really progressing, you know, in your franchise. There's no draft and there's no free agency. So again, they're not restoring the mode to its complete originality. So that's another mode that they're just recycling, and they're probably gonna add probably the off season this year. And then we got NBA Crew Mode being taken out, and every year people were asking for Crew Mode. NBA 2K is like, nah, we need to get the online infrastructure up. I mean, come on, man. You got multiple years to do that. More than one. It doesn't take more than 1 year to bring a game mode back. Last time Crew Mode was in the game, 2K11. It's 2K16 right now. 5 years. I mean, the Jordan Rex Center, I guess you could call it a sort of crew mode, but really, it's not really crew mode. That wasn't really crew mode. Pro-Am was the first time we actually got crew mode back in the game. And again, they changed the name. It's called Pro-Am now. So Pro-Am is actually a good mode. I like Pro-Am. I like that you can play with your friends and your team. You can build a stadium, create, and all this customizable features. It's all great, but they had that mode back in 2K11, never brought it back for a bunch of years, renamed the mode and added added some features to it and just called it a new mode. Like what? That mode was in the game 5 years ago, and all they had to do was fix the online, fix the glitches and stuff like that, and add some new features every year. Every year, just keep adding new features. But what they're doing is recycling modes and just adding a couple of features and calling it a new mode. Like, come on, man. Now let's move on to a mode that this year is returning called NBA Playoffs. Now, if you didn't see the My League and My GM news that were there, NBA Playoffs is back in the game. NBA Playoffs was already in the game where you can start in the playoffs, and it's going to be a lot easier for people who make videos out like what ifs and stuff like that. But NBA Playoffs was already in the game a few years ago, back in PS3 and Xbox 360 days. I don't know why they even removed this game mode. It's not like, I don't even think it's a lot of work to even incorporate a game mode like this, because it's just a playoff. So I don't understand that game mode as well. But yeah, there's a lot of facts to be backing up that 2K is a recycled franchise, man. Now let's talk about more recent stuff now. NBA My Career finally got off days and finally got drills and practice again. The drills in NBA My Career were already back there. Back in 2K11, I think 2K12 as well. But then they removed the drills, then they removed all that stuff, and now we finally got it back. There were no drills in 2K14 or 2K15, but now we get drills back again. All of a sudden, it's a new feature. I don't know about that, man. And then let's talk about the park, right? The park is, you know, one of my favorite modes in 2K. But let's be real. Back in 2K14, the park, and this is a big feature, you could join your friends from the My Career menu. And you can also join your friends from the My Career menu back in 2K15, I believe. In 2K16, why all of a sudden you can't join your friends in the park from the My Career menu? Why is that? Why is that? And niggas are complaining about that feature this year, and watch them add that feature back in 2K17. Like, really, nigga? It's such a simple feature. Why is it even not in the game? It doesn't make any sense. And the last thing is NBA stage high rollers. I'm pretty sure, and I can contest to this, that people played high rollers back in 2K15. So why are they removing a game mode like high rollers in this stage? Like, the max you could go is 10K, and you know, honestly, I win 10K every time. So I want more VC. I want to wager more VC, but they don't let you do it. There's no high rollers. I don't know why. People were playing high rollers last 2K, so why remove a feature? And I bet you they're gonna add it again this year. 2K does this all the time, and it's not just 2K. Madden does it sometimes as well. A couple other sport games do it. For example, Madden just doesn't have what is it? Madden Team Up. There's no more Madden Team. I don't understand that. That was one of my favorite modes in Madden before. Teaming up with my friends, someone playing quarterback, someone playing wide receiver. That was fun. But now it's just, you know, there's no Madden Team Up in it, and I bet you they're gonna add it in one of the future Maddens and call it the new mode again. So I don't know, man. The facts are here. The evidence is here. NBA 2K franchise just keeps on recycling. I mean, they throw a mode out the game, they throw a mode out the window. A couple years later, the truck comes back, or I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what goes on. But if I was at 2K, I would keep on building upon every single mode and just make the gameplay better, make everything better, spice it up a little bit, you know, make sure the game doesn't get too boring. Because they just added modes back. I mean, really, the Dream Team, really, play your friends? You can't play for, like, that doesn't make any sense, man. I mean, seasons, playoffs, that shit was already in the game. I don't understand why 2K does it, but leave your thoughts in the comment section. As for now, I'm out. Peace.